So Flat Earth debate will resume hopefully tomorrow, all being well. I've been quite ill, so I did try and struggle through yesterday to do a show, but I didn't manage it. In this video, however, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a response to P-Brane and Karen B. And I think I do say in the video, I've added this bit on at the end after the fact, and I will put links to both of them in the info box below this video. So please subscribe to Karen B and to P-Brane. Hi, I'm Nathan Oakley, and I feel like garbage today, so I've not actually had a live show. And what I'm going to do for you, let's pause this, is cover a video by P-Brane. And first I'm going to shout out all of the participants involved. So, what I want you to do, if you're watching this video, is go and subscribe today to Karen B and P-Brane, who is the one making this response video.
East Tennessee Bigfoot. Yeah, it's a huge thing over here. It's a huge thing, and so I think this is like an untapped source for us. You know what I'm saying? These two worlds need to come together. Bigfoot and Flat Earth, right? It's a marriage made in heaven. Bigfoot brought me to Flat Earth, right? So if it can bring me to Flat Earth, it can bring more.
Probably tell from the sound of my voice that I'm really bunged up, so if anything sounds a bit garbled, I do apologise. Okay, now I've picked Karen B specifically to make a response on this subject matter because I know Karen B doesn't like me for whatever reason. Now that isn't going to be the focus of this particular video, but it's useful to show where my biases lie in that regard, because I don't have one. In other words, I've got no vested interest in defending Karen B. Now, Mark Sargent does, and you can see him in his comments here. Long live Karen B, may she live 1,000 years. Good for you for defending her, Mark. You should co-host, as you should do. But Mark does have a vested interest in defending Karen B. Now, the reason I'm making this is because, as a community, we are subject to so many outside forces and influences that are against us that it seems crazy to squabble personally, internally. Now, I want to stress that personally is the main focus of why I'm making this video. Now, Karen has a belief in Bigfoot. Now, from what she's told me, her daughter, I believe, went out and apparently saw Bigfoot, but she went outside, investigated, and smelt something. That's her story. Fair enough, more power to her. If she believes in Bigfoot, good for her. Now, P-Brane's problem, if you like, with this is that he doesn't want some other crazy subject, in his view, to be tied to Flat Earth. And I agree with him. Yeah, more power to you. We do it all day long. We call out nonsense that we see based on the lack of evidence that's presented for the claims. Now, don't get me wrong, I've got no interest in Bigfoot particularly either way, but if Karen came out with a load of really strong evidence for Bigfoot, I'd look at it and be fascinated by it. I still wouldn't necessarily link it in any way to the nature of our reality when it comes to Earth as a plane claimed to be a shape, a sphere. So I can see his frustration. Now, for the most part, P-Brane hasn't actually attacked Karen B. Yes, sausage.
I don't poo on the toilet.
You went poo on the toilet? I'm glad that made it to this video. Thank you for telling me. Right, can you shh? Daddy's just making a video about Karen B.
I want poo-poo prize.
You want a poo-poo prize? Okay, you can get a poo-poo prize when Mummy gets home, okay?
I want you to do.
Okay, well, we'll sort you out with the poo-poo prize in a minute.
I want chocolate poo-poo prize.
A chocolate poo-poo prize? Okay, we'll sort you out, don't worry. Daddy's just going to finish making this video about people being nasty in our community. Okay. Anyway, poo-poo prizes aside, I don't like how the commenters have been with this particular video, because it seems like, even though this person's a Maybe you'd call her a valued member of the community, maybe you wouldn't. It's irrelevant. If you're going to attack her claims about Bigfoot, just attack her claims about Bigfoot. That's it. Show where she doesn't have where she has a lack of evidence. And that's all you need to do. And for the most part, P-Brane did that. He's pointed out how he objects to a subject like this with a lack of evidence and a lack of photography, and even compared it to tie it in his own special little way to heliocentrism and their claims, to the fact there's no evidence or photos of a sphere Earth, and there's no evidence or photos of Bigfoot. So that was his sort of juxtaposition to justify it. And frankly, as I say again, I agree with him. What I don't agree with is the personal attacks. Now, to a certain extent, P-Brane did this with a little witch cackle, and in his response to me, he was like, well, get a sense of humour. But I just see it as bullying. There's absolutely no need to attack Karen based on her appearance, based on her tattoos, or even based on her beliefs in Bigfoot. Yes, you can object to it being tied to a subject matter that you're covering and give your reasons for it as P-Brane has done in this regard to Bigfoot. But that doesn't mean you can start attacking people personally. Now, I'm as guilty as anybody else in the heat of battle when I'm in debate with somebody, and I might slip in the odd personal attack tied to a demonstration of, say, stupidity when I call them a nasty word. So I am guilty of it too, and I want to disclaim that now in case in the comment section people are like, you do this all the time. Well, typically I try and do it with an example of stupidity with them being stupid and then call them stupid, as opposed to just attacking them for their tattoos, their beliefs, which everybody's entitled to, including globe believers. So this is just something I wanted to get off my chest, as frustrating and as ill as I am at the moment, because I just don't like it. Now, again, with Karen, I've got no interest particularly in defending Karen. I don't know her, and regardless of her feelings about me, they're irrelevant beyond how I would want to be treated in this community. If I say something that people don't agree with, I would expect people to challenge me on that and disagree with me on that and point out my lack of evidence for that, but without attacking me personally based on whatever, my social status or my appearance. I just don't think it's necessary. So that was my little 2 cents on this particular video. More power to P-Brane and more power to Karen B. Please subscribe to them both. More power to you in your endeavours. And just as a note to what I consider my fond community that I love, please, just tone down the personal attacks in both regards, against Globers, against Flat Earthers, against anybody. Just attack the claim, not the person.